Hi, I'm Blythe and you're watching Disney Channel. Just kidding, my name is Blythe, and if you've never seen my face before, it's because this is my first video that I'm uploading to my YouTube channel. And when I decided to start out on YouTube and make a channel, I knew that I wanted to review and talk about movies, film, television, that sort of thing. And I was kind of hoping that my first video would be a movie review, but instead I'm going to be talking about the live-action Kim Possible movie, which hasn't even come out yet, but still has garnered a lot of criticism and outrage, even though no one has seen the movie yet. About a year ago, Disney announced that they were casting for a live-action Kim Possible movie that was going to be released as a Disney Channel original movie. If you're not familiar with Disney Channel original movies, they're made-for-TV movies, but they air on Disney Channel. They're for kids. They're always for kids. I grew up with many Disney Channel original movies. I also grew up with Kim Possible, so when I heard about this announcement, I was ecstatic. You know, Kim Possible was my favorite cartoon growing up. For those of you who aren't familiar with it, it's about the title character Kim Possible, who is a normal teenager in every sense of the word, except for the fact that she saves the world in her spare time as a side hobby. Now, you may be wondering, why would people be mad about a live-action remake of such an awesome cartoon? And there are a lot of reasons, and a lot of them are kind of dumb. Now, when the movie was first announced, there wasn't so much outrage as there was skepticism and optimism, most of which were paired together. The outrage didn't really start until they announced who was going to be playing Kim and Ron. Disney cast Sean Giambrone to play Ron Stoppable, which, if you've seen the Goldbergs, is pretty spot-on casting. I'm not entirely unconvinced that Disney didn't genetically engineer Sean in a lab to play Ron. And they ended up casting a newcomer, Sadie Stanley, to play Kim. Now, before casting was announced, a lot of people on the internet were putting out their dream fan casts for who they would want to play Kim, Ron, Drac, and Chico. Pretty much anybody. Now, a lot of people were going for, say, Madeleine Petsch to play Kim, or Catherine McNamara, which aren't bad options, except for the fact that both actresses are in their early to mid-20s and they don't look remotely like a teenager. Like maybe an old teenager, like 18, 19, but not 15, 16. I was overjoyed that they cast an unknown actress. I was hoping and praying that they were going to cast an unknown actress to play Kim, because it's kind of perfect if you think about it. Kim is your basic average girl. She just uses her extraordinary skill set to save the world. You know, cheerleading, her martial arts training, etc., etc. And the fact that they cast an unknown, I thought, was perfect for that. With everything Disney's put out, from teasers to trailers to sneak peeks, I think Sadie perfectly encapsulates who Kim is. I mean, even just as a person, as who she is as a person, she's constantly posting positive things on her social media and encouraging people to be kind to one another and to spread love and kindness. And that is such a Kim quality to me. That can't be faked. That can't be manufactured. That has to be genuine and has to come from within. And I think that's what's going to really push her as the best Kim Possible for this movie. That being said, I feel like I'm one of the few people who's actually excited for this movie and thinks Disney's doing a pretty good job at honoring the original while making this one their own. A lot of outrage continued again after first looks at costuming was released, after trailers were dropped. Literally, Disney does anything to promote this movie and people are losing their damn minds over it, and not in a pleasant way. They updated the clothes Kim wears on her mission because the cartoon aired in the early 2000s and nobody wears cargo pants anymore. And what they ended up putting the actress in looks like something a 15-year-old would pull out of her closet on a whim to go on a mission. And granted, that's just my opinion, but I don't think it's nearly that bad. I get that the little like ribbon thingies on her pants, I'm gonna put a picture in if I can figure out how to do that. I get that that seems a little impractical, but it's not that bad. And when you're taking something like a comic book or a cartoon and making it into live action, there's things that are going to be changed along the way. And the fact of the matter is, Kim doesn't need cargo pants to save the world. A lot of criticism that came with the trailers and sneak peeks as well were people getting canon facts wrong. A lot of the fan base seems to think that Kim was a secret spy and only 3 people in the world knew what she did on a regular basis. She never used her gadgets in public, she never did any extraneous stunts or parkour in public, like she was 100% secret agent, like totally spies-esque. Only Wade, Ron, Rufus, and maybe her parents and a couple of government agents knew what she did. It was all top secret from there, which is the exact opposite of what the series was going for.
Wily, eh? Sounds like the ferret girl. Quickly, don this costume.
Thanks. No. I don't get the whole superhero secret identity thing.
I think a big expectation people had was that this was going to be a big budget studio film that Disney was going to release in theaters, which is not the case whatsoever. From the start, they said that it was going to be a Disney Channel original movie, which, in case you never saw a Disney Channel original movie or just haven't in recent years, they're not very high budget films. They're not bad films, but they're not Spider-Man Homecoming. They're not going to be on the same level of an Avengers movie. It's going to be campy and cheesy and a little low budget, and that's part of the charm. And honestly, campy and cheesy fits the vein of Kim Possible very well. Another big issue is a debate on who this movie is for. Now, the people who grew up with Kim Possible are now in their 20s and even 30s. We've all grown up, we've all gone to school, or we've learned a trade, we're all working, we're all paying taxes. This is our reality now. And the fact that Disney is taking something from our childhood and making it live action and changing a bunch of stuff, I get can seem a little, like a slap in the face, except for the fact that this movie is not meant specifically for us. Now, that's not to say that you can't enjoy this movie if you are in your 20s or 30s. You can enjoy this movie at any age, frankly. You can enjoy any piece of media at any age. If you watch it and you enjoy it, that's great. However, this movie is airing on Disney Channel, and I don't know how many 20 or 30 somethings still watch Disney Channel unless they have little ones of their own running around. But chances are you weren't going to watch this movie anyway. So I don't understand why people are so angry at it for existing. Just because they're coming out with this live action movie doesn't mean that they're completely erasing the show from existence. You're still gonna have those memories. It's still gonna be out there. You can still go out there and watch it. Disney now has the entire cartoon on their website to watch for free, ad-free. And I'm not kidding, they have both movies on there, A Stitch in Time and So the Drama. They have all 4 seasons. Some of you might not even know there was a 4th season to Kim Possible. So it's not like you can't go out there and watch it and rewatch it and relive that joy and that special feeling that that show brought you when you were a kid and bring you back to your childhood. You can still do that, and this movie can still exist, and it's all gonna be okay. Now, about a month ago, Disney released a novelization based on the script for the live action movie, and yes, I bought it because I am so excited for this movie. Like, almost weirdly excited for it for a 26-year-old, but that's beside the point. Now, this took me only about an hour to get through, and I mean, It makes perfect sense because on Amazon it even said that this is for ages 8 and up, so it's written at about a 3rd grade reading level. Now there's a scene in the novelization that is a little bit awkward, and I don't know how well it's going to translate to film if they even put it in the movie. But I think it's honestly going to be down to the actors and if they can carry it. Even then, it was just really awkward to read, and there's a couple of slang words and references in here that are already feel dated, even though it's current for right this moment. And I know it's going to date the movie pretty badly, but honestly, what Disney movie isn't dated? After reading it, I felt very content about the movie and about how it was going to feel, because frankly, reading this is almost like being in an episode of Kim Possible. It felt that familiar and that good, and it got me very excited about this movie again. And a big strength for that is the fact that the original creators of the show wrote the script for this movie. They were also instrumental in picking the cast. Now, I don't know if they had final say over everything, but I'm pretty sure they had final say over everything. And you know, I'm of the mindset that you can't judge a book, or in this case, a Disney Channel original movie, by its cover, or in this case, its trailers. Yes, a trailer is a jumping off point to determine, okay, am I going to go and spend my money to see this? Or rather, am I going to spend my time on a Friday night to watch this movie when it comes out? And if you decide you don't want to do that, that's fine. But I don't see why it's necessary to leave hate comments on everything and yelling at Disney to cancel this and going on Sadie Stanley's Instagram and commenting on all of her pictures about how she's ruining your childhood and she's a horrible person when she is literally just living her dream and doing her job. This movie is happening. Disney's not going to cancel it. It's going to exist. It's going to be out there. And frankly, if you don't like it, and you're angry about it, and you wish it wasn't around, just don't pay any attention to it. Don't watch it. Literally, just do not watch it. You probably weren't going to anyway in the first place, so what difference does it make? At the end of the day, it's just a movie. It's gonna be okay. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, share it with your friends, your family, your neighbors, your boss, your youth pastor, anyone and everybody. If you want to see more content like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for the notification so you can get notified the second I upload, which will be sometime within the next millennia. Comment down below on what your favorite Disney Channel original movie was growing up, or what your favorite episode of Kim Possible was. Mine was Rappin' Dragon. I still know all the words to the Naked Mole rap, not to brag, but again, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.